Welcome to another AMF video. In this episode I'm gonna react to Chainsaw Man. I've seen the first two episodes and to be honest, I really like what I've seen thus far. A few videos ago I watched Chainsaw Man, the trailer, and I was blown away by it because it looked really awesome. I really like the animation style that Mappa has, so I was really looking forward to this show. But now I've seen the first two episodes, I can really tell you that it's just as epic as the trailer led it on to be. And the animation is really peak animation, like we are used to by Mappa. I really recommend giving this a watch. So we're gonna talk about Denji, the main character. The main character is really poor and he earns his money fighting and killing devils. He's a devil hunter for the Yakuza. So even though he hunts devils, he has one friend only, and it's a devil, a really small dog called Pochita. And the really cute interactions they have is awesome. It sets the tone of their relationship really well in the first episode. But the strange thing about Pochita is that he has a chainsaw sticking out of his head. So I will leave a picture there, so you have some reference. Denji met Pochita when he saw this devil injured. He was bleeding. He was the one who rescued Pochita and took care of him and nursed him to health by giving him some blood, because devil feed on blood of humans. That's why they attack humans and that's why there are devil hunters. This world knows about devils and they are actively hunting them in organizations or in the Yakuza because they are really valuable to kill. That's the drive that a lot of people have in this series that we get introduced to. I'm curious if there are multiple factions of devil hunters or other organizations, or maybe even devil organizations that counter devil hunters, or what we are going to see. The devil hunting for Denji is going excellently until he gets betrayed by his Yakuza boss that hired him to do all the devil hunting. And what follows is a really emotional end of Denji's life and Pochita's life while they are killed and cut into pieces. So it's really gory at that moment. But in Pochita's final moments, he decides to let Denji live while fusing with his heart. Thus, Denji recovers and all the bits and pieces of his body are thrown back together. And it's really awesome. After that moment, Chainsaw Man is born. After this emotional scene, the action ramps up from there and Denji goes on a full-blown massacre and kills all the Yakuza zombies who were turned by a devil as well. This first episode really gave off some AOT vibes, while it was really depressing and there was no upside in the life of Denji. He was really poor and depressed and his only friend was Pochita, like I said. I got some really depressive vibes while I was watching the first episode, but also the gory action really reminded me of AOT. But the second episode, that changed the whole lot for me. The second episode took my hype and tenfolded it. It was really awesome because I really like humor in anime. It's really important. That's why I love One Piece, because of the great humor, and also Dragon Ball has some fantastic humor in it as well. In the second episode, Denji is taken in by Makima and reluctantly also by Aki. He's set up as his mentor or housemate for their organization they work in as devil hunters. And it started off with some really cool comedy gold. So I really like the interaction that Denji and Aki have, and just watching that scene just really it hurt watching that scene. I will leave a picture here as well what I mean. It's just comedy gold and really easy but funny motivations for the characters, and I really recommend watching this series or reading it because the first impressions are really good. I've heard this series is really awesome until the end as well. There's a second part now being released, so I'm really curious about where this series is going. So I really enjoyed it. There was awesome humor in it, really cool characters. We have Power introduced in the second episode as well. She's a really interesting character. I'm not gonna spoil too much about it, but it's just awesome. And the concept of Chainsaw Man and Power and the whole world that's built up in the first 2 episodes is just nice. I really like to see where it's taking us in the next few episodes and the whole season. I'm also really curious about all the interactions that the main characters are going to have, because there's some really nice vibes going on there. You have a Makima with Denji. There's a lot of chemistry going on around them. I don't know if Makima really likes him or if it's all a ploy to get what she wants. And then you have Aki and Denji. They have a rivalry going on. An anime cannot exist without there being some friction between some characters, some competition going on. So I'm really curious if that's gonna be a sort of Bakugo, Deku vibe or Zoro, Sanji vibe going on there. I really like that dynamic, that trope in manga and anime, so we're gonna see how that develops. And also the Power Denji dynamic. I'm really curious about the backstory of Power and how she is the way she is. I'm really curious to know what you all think about the first 2 episodes or the series in general, and if you would recommend it. If you've read it all, I'm really curious about your opinion of this series, and I would like to read it in the comments. If it's a must watch, or if you disagree and you think it's not a series you should watch, that it's too much hype over nothing, I don't know. We're gonna find out in the near future. Thank you for watching another AMF video, and please leave a comment and subscribe if you like my content. Until the next one. Bye!